Welcome once again, family, to another amazing TikTok videos that will give you chills and that will scare you, family. These are all handpicked. These are brand new TikTok videos that were released just 2 hours ago, so you can't miss any of them, family. If you're new here, click on the like button, support this channel by clicking on the like button so that this content will be shared by YouTube to so many people out there. Now let us watch the video.
Skinwalkers are real. Yes, you heard that right. For ages, people have claimed they have seen a skinwalker, but no one was able to prove it. What if I told you that we finally have 100% proof they are real? This story will shock you. In 2022, Wyatt Jenkins, a man from Virginia, went camping with his wife and 2 kids in the mountains. They built up 2 tents to sleep in as night arrived. For the first half of the night, nobody had any trouble falling asleep. However, Wyatt was startled awake around 3 in the morning by a loud noise. He initially believed it to be an enormous bear or some huge animal. He then left his tent to have a thorough look around, and what he saw will leave you stunned. He noticed a weird creature, one he'd never seen in his life. He went back to his tent in horror, woke his wife up and told her what he had seen. His wife proceeded to inform him that it was a skinwalker. Fear gripped him immediately. Then Wyatt made the hasty decision to go check on his children in the other tent, but they were nowhere to be found. Follow this page and share this with a friend for part 2 because it gets way crazier.
Did ancient aliens draw giant pictures in the Peruvian desert? The Nazca lines are a puzzle from the past. Enormous drawings on the ground so big you can only see them from high in the sky. Who made them and why? The Nazca lines are ancient geoglyphs found in Peru, created over 2,000 years ago. We're talking about huge designs of animals, plants, and shapes stretched across the desert. But the big question is, how and why were they made? Some people believe that ancient astronauts from outer space created these lines as landing strips for their spacecraft. Others think they might have been part of rituals to ask the gods for water, which was rare in the desert. Another theory suggests they were giant astronomical calendars. But the truth? It remains a mystery. No one knows for sure why the ancient Nazca people made these lines, but they continue to fascinate us with their size and precision. What do you think the Nazca lines were for? Draw your own Nazca-style picture and share it with your friends.
Yeah, so family, this is some of the mysteries that can never be solved, family, because no one knows how those things were drawn. But if they were drawn by human, then it is just an amazing job done right there.
I was unalived in a school bathroom in Tennessee, and they hid my body under the floor. About 100 years ago, I attended this elementary school in Jamestown, Tennessee. I always had a problem with getting bullied here since I was a smaller kid. One day, while I was washing my hands in the bathroom, a group of bullies came in and started pushing me around. One of them pushed me too hard into the mirror, and I shattered it with my face. A piece of glass caught my neck, and I fell to the ground. The bullies were afraid to get in trouble, so they lifted up the floorboards and hid me underneath. A few days later, a teacher reported a foul smell coming from the bathroom, which resulted in the police investigating and finding me still under the floor. While they were pulling me out, one of the officers looked in the shattered mirror and saw my pale, angry reflection. Looking back at him, I still haunt this bathroom today, waiting to take my revenge.
Though, family, this is a kind of just made up video, but bullying is really bad, and bullying is really going on in our schools today. There's always a bully in every school, and I believe you have to stand against bullying because it has been a problem in schools, at workplaces, even the family, and it is a problem that needs to be solved. Bullying needs to be advised because a bully has an issue. Mostly bullies, they have a kind of psychological issues that they need to be, taught or fixed.
No Neuralink faces challenges with infections and loose implant attachment screws in tests on monkeys. It is also believed that Neuralink was made for a more sinister purpose, but that wouldn't surprise me when the Greek numerical value of Neuralink is 666. Do you know the name Nero Claudius Caesar? Well, his name is also 666, and Nero was believed to be N. Antichrist, if you made it to here, be sure to follow.
You know, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, that movie might have predicted the demise of everybody that thinks differently. In the movie, they had this algorithm, and it's a computer algorithm that can predict how everybody will turn out and if they're a danger to the agenda.
Yeah.
Now check this out, fam. What is TikTok doing? It knows every single thing about us, with our likes, our interests, our hobbies, who we are, what apps we use, what time we get off the app, if we like dogs or cats, you know, if you like the color red or yellow. Akinator, you know how it always guesses the person you chose? Is because it's narrowing every single thing down. So what if eventually TikTok is that algorithm they talked about in the Winter Soldier, and they know exactly how your life is going to play out even before you know it? And what if it can already predict the future because of it? The AI knowing every single person and knowing what every single person is going to do, that can predict the future on what the trends are going to be, what we're going to spend money on, how many kids we might have, if we want to have kids at all. What if it's already predetermined now?
Yeah, so family, so the algorithm already knows, the AI, not just also on TikTok, Facebook, just name it, YouTube, all this AI that back this powerful social media platform tends to narrow down, know our interests, and predict what we even want to do in the future. So we are in a kind of a web whereby, you can't escape again, because everything about you is being tailored. That pattern of what we do can easily be predicted by the algorithm or the AI.
Bermuda Triangle is a portal, and you need to hear this. The mysterious disappearances of ships and aircraft in the Bermuda Triangle have fueled a theory that this region is a gateway to another dimension, while scientific explanations point to natural factors. Believers ask whether there's a hidden portal in this area that transports vessels and aircraft to alternate realms. Type portal down below if you think this might be true.
These two humpback whales with their spouts and the air bubbles coming up left a Fibonacci spiral. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Wow.
See that?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I guess I.
Oh, it's like patterned,
eye.
like almost like it's intentional.
Dude, yeah. And then they come up and swallow the krill in the middle. Isn't that wild though?
Wow.
It's perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
They're just swimming in circles and making the circles tighter, so everything gets pushed in.
Nature's crazy.
Nature's cool.
And think on the same subject, there are apparently female hammerhead heart sharks are very solitary creatures. Don't like being in packs or groups or anything like that. And recently, in Polynesia, French Polynesia, under the full moon, thousands of hammerhead sharks are circling. We're just circling under the moon.
Ew, that's weird.
And they've never seen that before. So it's like, what is happening? Because there's certain dolphins that do that kind of stuff too, where they have no reason why they do it, but they'll come out of the ocean, go into the brackish water in the river, and no joke, they'll just swim in circles, uniformed, beautiful circles just like that, and then they'll go right back into the ocean. They don't know why they do it.
Family, these are some of the mysteries, but my conspiracy theory is that mostly they meet and they discuss, or they talk about what's happening. The way we human beings also meet to talk, and discuss what we want to do, our plans for the next day. I believe fishes or this kind of marine animals, they also meet the same way. And maybe they tend to discuss and talk about themselves. When they meet, maybe it is a general meeting, and from there, they go back to their places. That is my opinion.
I remember! Yeah! Believe it or not, some ideas out there are wilder than you could imagine. Today, we're going to be diving into the world of the most bizarre conspiracy theories that some people actually believe. We're talking about stories and ideas that are so strange. These theories aren't just odd, they're unthinkably absurd. And we're going to rank them from simply unbelievable to the absolutely outrageous. So let's get into it. Number 1, the Iraqi Stargate. Let's take a trip back to 2003. The United States rolled into Iraq, hunting for weapons of mass destruction. Although some people are convinced that the weapons of mass destruction were just a smokescreen, and the real prize was Saddam Hussein's Stargate. This isn't any ordinary military gear. We're talking about an ancient Sumerian device rumored to be a cosmic phone booth for dialing up aliens. Imagine just Saddam chilling in his palace, ready to chat with some extraterrestrial beings. Maybe he wanted to trade tips on interstellar travel, or just needed some new friends from far, far away. Who knows? The conspiracy theorists say that the U.S. wasn't there.
There's a cool monkey experiment that they did in Japan. So it's called the 100th monkey theory. Do you know this?
Okay.
They took sweet potatoes and they went into an island of monkeys, right? And they dropped the sweet potatoes off to the monkeys. And the monkeys like, okay, yeah, we're gonna eat it, right? And then they changed it up. They took the sweet potatoes and dropped sand on top of it. And the monkeys started not eating. They're like, oh, there's something on top of it. I'm not gonna eat it. It's not edible, right? So what they did, they took 2 monkeys and they took them and they said, okay, with this sweet potato, you have to go to the water and wash it off so it's edible, right? So they taught the monkeys that and they sent them back to like the little island. So the 2 monkeys started teaching all the other monkeys on the island to wash off the sweet potatoes, right? And it got so, like, everyone, like, all the monkeys started doing it until it hit 100 monkeys that knew to wash the potatoes. And then right from there, they said everything switched. So they went to another island of monkeys and they dropped the sweet potatoes in, and on the top of it, they dropped the sand. The monkeys on the other island, they weren't in contact at all with them. And the monkeys from that island weren't in contact with the monkeys on the new island. Fam, the monkeys on the other island already knew what to do. So what is it? It's collective consciousness. They got the patch up there. Yeah, 100 monkeys. So everyone's saying like, you guys are so stupid waking people up in the Matrix. Say we're one person away from waking up and everybody starts, oh yeah, that guy was right. You know what I mean?
Whoa, family, this is just an amazing conspiracy theory, family. Just amazing.
If you're David Spade, defend yourself, by the way.
You ignore it because it's hilarious. And I know David Spade. It's like, Hollywood's kind of boring. Yes, there are sex orgies. I'm not invited. I'm sure there's shit going on. Kids do get abused. Women get abused.
I'll invite you to one.
Please.
If you want.
We got the $75,000 dog. And then we'll get one. But, me and David Spade, we go out to sushi restaurants. And you sit there and you listen to people complain. That's what a lot of it is. What a lot of Hollywood is deeply sad tragedy that people don't understand, that some of it is nefarious and dark, and there are problems, and there are real power brokers here. It's a dark town, 100%. But the idea that everybody that lives here is in some wide-ranging, vast conspiracy isn't true. It ignores how humdrum, boring.
This is one of.
I've always known, and upon research, most Hollywood actors or actresses, they are just sad, family. They always go for checkups because they are doing what they don't really want to do. They are being forced to perform things that it breaks their moral standards. So psychologically, they are always not stable. That is what personally I heard, but that is my opinion though. But let me know yours at the comment section.
The darkest and craziest theories I have ever heard. But I have a question for you first. Would you consider the Earth an organism? Yes, right? The Earth can be thought of as a living thing just like our bodies. In this view, humans are seen as germs that can make Earth sick. Just as our bodies create antibodies to fight off germs, Earth might have its own way to fight back against the germs of people. Things we call natural disasters could be Earth's defenses. Areas with high population densities like cities are more prone to experience natural disasters according to this theory. Disasters like floods, droughts, wildfires may be Earth's way of trying to clean itself of humans. As the human population continues increasing and climate change makes disasters more intense, we may see more frequent, powerful events. Just as viruses mutate to overcome medicine, humans are thought to adapt and survive disasters through technology infrastructure. But Earth may evolve stronger responses like superstorms to keep the population in check. Pandemics could also be part of Earth's regulatory system. In a way, it's similar to how our immune system causes fevers or other symptoms. to get rid of viruses or bacteria making us ill. So in this theory, earthquakes, hurricanes, and more are not random.
Conspiracy theories. There is a theory that claims oxygen is a drug, which makes us see a dazed version of the world, and the real drug's illegal because they show us the real world. The deja vu theory is a theory that claims that every time you experience deja vu, you are having a crossover with yourself in a parallel universe.
2 days now.
Guys.
There's cop sirens
Guys, let me know your thoughts on the video that we just watched.
outside right now. We have not been getting any update on this at all. They're just posting our citizens at report of explosion. It clearly sounds like an underground explosion, if you ask me. Wasn't they? The underground tunnels? Think something going on, y'all.
There's a crazy conspiracy theory connected to The Shining and the moon landing.
Yeah, I heard about the moon landing.
Yeah, it's all about the number on the door is the exact same amount of thousands of miles, 237, and it's 237,000 miles away.
I heard
but also,
that,
by the way, it varies. See, that's the problem with that argument, is that like the distance between the Earth and the moon is not constant. I think it moves a little bit. So I think it goes as far as 265,000 feet out, or miles rather, 265,000 miles out, and it goes to 237. But I think it varies. I think it goes like this. I think it has like an elliptical orbit around the Earth a little bit. Maybe I made that up. Is that true?
Yeah, it sounds accurate. Sorry, I was in the middle of reading the 237 stuff.
Yeah, I heard it was also possibly about Native Americans, how the hotel is built on an ancient Indian burial ground, and even Shelley Duvall sort of looked Native American. You could hear Native American music playing in the opening credits.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's many layers to it.
Yeah, he's just a brilliant man. He was a brilliant man.
The little kid did have an Apollo 11 sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's true. He did have an Apollo 11.
I mean, that's pretty on the nose.
I just remember in the back room, in the stock room, there was like a can of a product with a giant. It was like Geronimo's head on there. I'm sure.
Dude, there's so much to that. There's probably many.
I am the reason you should never use the last stall when alone in a public restroom. Hello, my name is Akamonto. A lot of people like to go to the furthest stall away from the door for the most privacy. But the next time you use that stall, you will no longer be alone. If you use it, when you are finished, you will realize there is no toilet paper. Before you can figure out what to do, you will hear a knock on the stall door. It doesn't matter if you open or not. I will come in, holding 2 rolls of toilet paper, 1 red and 1 blue. I will say, pick a color, red or blue. At this point you have no way out, you are stuck. If you decide to pick red, you will bleed out until your clothes are the same color as my robe. And if you choose blue, you will suffocate until your skin is the same color as the toilet paper. If you say neither, I will decide for you and give you both. I am sorry it has to be this way, but it is how it has to be. Consider this your fair warning, and remember.
All I can do is just give, black conspiracy theories. That's all I have. Like, here's my favorite one that I created. Series of questions for you guys. First question, did you guys know that Caucasians get peanut allergies more than any other race? Did you guys know that? Second question, did you guys know that peanut butter is the leading cause of peanut allergy outbreaks? Did you guys know that? No, it makes sense. Third and final question, do you think that George Washington Carver made peanut butter to slowly kill white people? Because I believe that shit 100%. Dog, he made over 100 different uses for peanuts, and on the 7th day he made peanut butter and was like, I fucking got him. First black inventor, more like first black evil genius. He was born a slave and died free because he killed his master with something scrumptious. How does that?
These are
It can be, guys. It's funny, but it can also be true.
2 mysterious stars, Tabby Star and the Random Transmitter. Tabby Star, aka the What the Fuck Star, has been noticed to unusually fluctuate in brightness, dimming 22% over time. Some people say it could be rings of dust or swarms of comets, or some people think it could be alien megastructures. But for it to be rings or comets or planets, there would have to be 50 Earth-sized objects going around the star. So it's probably an alien civilization with a Dyson sphere, Dyson swarm that was siphoning energy off the sun. That's what makes the most sense to me, at least, and that would explain the dimming over time.
Did you know about this? There was a guy on the Titanic who survived because he drank too much. A report I read online explained that alcohol saved him because the alcohol tricked him into thinking he was warm, as alcohol opens up the blood vessels and heat flows more on the top layers of your skin, meaning he didn't notice the cold and was able to survive.
Conspiracy. Family, I don't take in alcohol personally, and I don't judge those that take alcohol. But to those of you watching me that drink alcohol, is it true? Can alcohol trick someone to feel warm, right? So that they can survive a cold environment? Or have you ever gotten drunk and felt that way before? Please let me know in the comment section, guys.
The theories around Taylor Swift rigging the Super Bowl are swirling. Let me explain. It seems to have started earlier in January with Fox News talking head Jesse Waters floating the idea that the pop star is a government psyop on his show.
Well, around 4 years ago, the Pentagon's Psychological Operations Unit floated turning Taylor Swift into an asset during a NATO meeting.
He then played a clip from this 2019 International Conference on Cyber Conflict to back up his claim.
So I include Taylor Swift in here because she's, she's a fairly influential online person. I don't know if you've heard of her.
However, the woman in the clip shown indeed does not work for the Pentagon, as Fox's Waters said. She was a researcher at Johns Hopkins at the time and was giving a presentation about how influential people can combat misinformation online. Days after he made the allegation, a Pentagon spokesperson denied the claim, using Taylor Swift lyrics to respond saying, quote, "As for this conspiracy, we're going to shake it off." Swift endorsed Biden in 2020 and urged her followers to register to vote. This is also being used by many online to inform their conspiracy theories about Taylor Swift. They see her relationship with Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce and the media focus on their relationship as reason to believe she's being used as a psyop to rig the Super Bowl and influence Americans to vote for Joe Biden this November. Then this past Monday, former presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy wrote on X, quote, "I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month. And I wonder if there's a major presidential endorsement coming from an artificially culturally propped up couple this fall."
That's hot, family. This is so hot. But anyways, family, thank you for watching the video and being there for me and this channel. I always love you so much for being active. So this is the end of our video. I believe you love every bit, family. So from onwards, I'm going to release current videos only. So any video that is creepy, scary, UFOs, conspiracies that are released on TikTok daily, I'm going to make videos on them daily. So get ready for a whole show, family. So thank you very much for watching and for being there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.